Tell us about the new clubhouse section.
I mean, FSG in Liverpool, Jesus. I mean, that was freaking amazing. Yeah, that's how we roll. What a day. What a day. That was fun.
David was feeling today. Is he feeling any better?
He's feeling good. He's feeling good. We're not gonna get ahead of ourselves, but it was good. We'll see how he reacts tomorrow, and we'll go from there.
Have any decisions been made for Brian Johnson moving forward?
BJ actually, he went on the mound yesterday and he threw today 15 pitches. He faced Andy, Carlos, and Goody.
How'd that look?
They look bad. Yeah, but he felt fine. He spun a few breaking balls. Same thing. See how he reacts. Probably one more simulated game over the weekend, hopefully, and then make a decision. See what we do.
How much did David throw?
Just a flat ground. Yeah, but he felt fine.
Any word on Vivaldi or Saray Lynn?
No.
And just to be clear, this was the first time that David had thrown since the start in Chicago?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
How pleased have you been with Hector?
He's been good. I mean, just like BJ last year, and obviously Hector, the role that they play for us is very important. We use them in high level situations. They spot start, they come in games that we're up by a lot or down by a lot. It's not easy, but we believe that he can do it. Actually, his stuff is a little bit better than last year. Velocity wise, movement wise, his split is good too. And he takes the ball regardless. He can give us one inning before he starts, and then he can give us 4 or 5, and he doesn't complain. Same deal with Brian, and those guys are very important in pitching staffs. Just like Smitty and Webby yesterday, guys that can go multiple innings. When you go through stuff like this, it puts you in a good situation. Them doing what they did, getting 22 outs out of the 24. Well, today the bullpen is rested, so we can actually be aggressive early in the game and help Hector out and then put us in a situation to win the ball game, knowing that Chris is going tomorrow and having Thursday off. So he's a guy we trust, and we're very proud of him.
How are you using him? Do you see any difference in Matt Barnes this year?
Stuff-wise, yeah. Better than last year. Velocity is up. Command is a lot better. That breaking ball, it seems like has different shapes. Early in the count, late in the count. Safety net, he's been great. We saw this coming last year in the situations that he pitched in. Obviously, we had Craig, and then locked him in the 9th inning. But from the get-go, from early in the season, whenever all those righties, middle of the order guys were coming in the 7th, it was Barnes, and in the 8th, it was Barnes. Joe had the lefties, so he's been good. He's been good in the clubhouse with that group as far as preparation and his routine after games. He learned a lot from Craig, and so far so good. What happened in Tampa, whatever, 2 pitches. We use him a lot too around that time, but he's been amazing for us.
I think part of that, he says that the way you're using him, he has to be locked in right from the start because it's important high leverage spots. Do you think that's helped him pitch better?
I think last year he knew that he had to be ready right away because he had the middle of the order, all the righties. But if he feels that way, great. Same with Brazier, same with Waldy and Work. Those guys right now, as you guys know, whenever we have a lead or it's a tie game, we're going to them, and all of them, they're doing an outstanding job against lefties and righties. We have the luxury of, not carrying a lefty because our righties are pretty good against lefties, and they can get lefties and righties out, and we trust them, and we trust them. I don't see Barnsley pitching before the 8th, maybe to get one out in the 7th, but obviously when the season keeps going, and we start playing better baseball, and we get to more meaningful games. Obviously, if we could before, but right now we got to take care of him and just keep him in that role.
So obviously your rotation and offense have rounded into form. But back in April when you guys, after more than one losses, you said you guys were playing sloppy and not paying attention to detail. Have you seen an uptick in those departments?
We've been better. I think the scores have helped. It starts with pitching, and we've been in games from the get-go because the pitcher has done an outstanding job of rotation. But we've been running the bases a lot better. Our outfield defense have been a lot better. We saw what happened in Oakland, saw a little bit in Seattle too, and that's not us. And for a team that strikes people out and induce the opposition to hit fly balls, that was very important. And the guys knew it, and they start playing better defense. We know about Rafi, what's going on with him and all that, but overall, we're very pleased where he's at. Michael has been solid. Pierce and Mitch have been great at first, and the catchers. We haven't talked too much about him, but what Christian is doing is fun to watch. And it's not only offensively, but behind the plate. You can see that he's into it. We made a move because we felt that we had to make a move, but it seems like from that day he understood that, hey, you got to get going too. And I talked to Blake and Christian in Arizona before the last game in Arizona. I say, hey, whatever you guys do offensively from now on, it's okay, but you guys have to take ownership. Take it personal. What's going on with the rotation, I don't want to say it's on you, but you got to take pride. And it seems like he took it that way. Even Blake, when he was the next few days with us, he did. And obviously Sandy, that's what he does. But I'm very proud of what he's doing. He's doing an outstanding job. Yesterday he almost picked off a guy at first again in a big situation. Offensively, what he's doing against lefties, that's fun to watch. Now we have to make sure he stays there against righties, and if he can do that, he's going to be a solid, complete catcher.
What has been different for him this year offensively?
He worked hard in the offseason. Last year he struggled staying on his back hip, and it was a struggle for him the whole time. Also, when he was going the other way, it was kind of like not hard contact. I talk about how lucky he was, quote unquote, 3 years ago. His batting average in balls in play was like 350, 360. And last year I noticed right away that they were shifting him the other way, and he wasn't getting those bloop singles. So he needed to go more direct to the ball and drive the ball. And although he's swinging and missing a little bit more in the strike zone, he's actually making solid contact. And against lefty, he's been great. Yesterday, he gets a pitch like 2 feet off the plate and high, and he stays on top, and he gets a hit, and then he pulls a slider down the line. Whenever he gets a shot, he can. I told him, hey, if you want to take your shots, do it. But there's certain situations I want you to make contact. But he's in a good place. The off season was a lot different for him. He gets married and all that. I think that helps too. He's more mature in what he did in the off season, in the postseason. That was amazing. I still remember when we decided to go with him in Game 3 and against the Yankees. You got to catch Porcello. You haven't catch him the whole season. Go get him. And the first at bat, he gets a ground ball off Severino. Then the hit and run. I think that was the same game. Yeah, hit and run with Brock at first, and then the next day it's the home run, and he gained confidence. The at bat against Verlander and the at bats against Kershaw. That really helped him and put him in a good spot.